Freestyling in Rocket League has become so much more than just turning your car around a few times on aerials. It's also more than just learning a few mechanics and then somehow including them in a goal. True freestylers are really creative. They attempt things that we simple Rocket League players can hardly even imagine, and they do it with style because it's just like second nature to them. It's not forced for them. The history of freestyling in Rocket League is similar to that of competitive play. What was once considered an amazing freestyle goal maybe a year ago is now considered relatively elementary. The freestyling meta has changed so much because of the people doing it. It's those guys in unranked who are just like flying over your head, making you seriously wonder why you haven't switched to Fortnite yet. Before I get into this video, I just wanted to mention that if you're interested in supporting me and supporting my content, I actually have a Patreon. Every month I post a video for just my patrons, and I also pick one of my Grand Champ patrons to play with me in a video. I put a link to that in the description if that interests you at all. If not, no worries. In this video, I'm giving you my picks for the 10 greatest Rocket League freestylers of all time. I should say that I'm basing my picks off of overall skill as well as creativity and influence within the community. I know there are probably a bunch of incredible freestylers out there who I'm missing, and I would love to know who those are, so don't be afraid to give me your picks if you think mine are wrong, or if you think that I missed someone. I watched as much of these people's content as I could, and I basically just based my picks off of that. I've put links in the description below to all of these content creators' channels, so make sure to check them out. Also, big thanks to STEPSY for helping me out with some of the history of freestyling and some of the info on different people. If you haven't checked out his channel yet, you definitely should. He's super entertaining, and obviously he's a freestyler and he's really nutty. All right, let's get into my picks for the 10 greatest freestylers of all time. Number 10, the Pulse Clan. Now this is not actually just one freestyler, but a whole group of freestylers. Sort of the Team 10 of Rocket League freestyling. The Pulse Clan is basically a group of freestylers within the community who make incredible content, and they're obviously some of the best freestylers in the world as well. They just make art, you know? Just like Team 10. Now, before you get too worried, I am going to include some of the Pulse members in this list. I don't think there would actually be a list without them. I really just wanted to highlight this group because honestly, they've put out some of the best Rocket League content. Number 9, Justin. Now, when you think of freestylers, you may not think of everybody's new favorite rookie. I'm honestly not sure if he has some sort of background in freestyling. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I'd honestly be really shocked if he's never gone into unranked and just done some styling. Regardless, he is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best air dribbler of all time, which is certainly a major part of freestyling, at least it used to be. Plus, in a lot of ways, he's pioneered a lot of really cool mechanics, including the incredible turtle air dribble, which still has yet to become a major part of freestyling. Number 8, Squishy Muffins. Again, Squishy is one of those players, much like Justin, who kind of toes the line between just hitting amazing shots and actually freestyling. Obviously, there are clips out there of Squishy freestyling, but it's never really been his focus. However, in a lot of ways, I consider Squishy one of the best freestylers. To me, freestyling is more than just the conventional freestyle moves where you fly through the air and spin. Squishy is always trying out new things and even inventing new mechanics. I feel like that's a big part of what freestyling is. Often they are the ones who find new mechanics and new ways of scoring, and then those things later become a part of the competitive scene. Plus, let's be honest, nobody can go into a game and style on the other team quite like Squishy, so I think he definitely deserves a spot on this list. Number 7, MERTZY. Many of you have probably seen MERTZY's recent videos. He's actually one of the few freestylers who's sort of broken out of the mold of just posting montages. A lot of people probably don't realize that MERTZY is actually a really good freestyler as well, and he's put out some amazing montages. Like his 15K montage is one of my favorite montages of all time. I really like MERTZY because I feel like freestyling for him is more than just flying through the air in weird ways. A lot of his montages focus on ridiculous dribbles and passes. I guess it depends on your definition of a freestyler, but for me, that kind of content just still fits really well within freestyling. Number 6, Pulse Fire. Like some of the other players on this list, Fire actually likes to put out training montages, or at least that's what he's known for. Aside from being one of the most impressive freestylers today, he's got some really creative content as well. I do want to point out that one thing that I think Fire does maybe better than anybody else is flip resets. Like he can make a double flip reset shot look easy. Doesn't even make sense, honestly. People talk about the best mechanical players in the game, and it's true. Freestylers are usually doing their stuff in unranked, but regardless, it's hard to deny that freestylers have some of the best mechanics in the game. Like, he's just incredible. Number 5, Pulse STUXI. STUXI's style of freestyling is actually really unique. There are a lot of freestylers who sort of just like slowly fly down the field to receive a pass. That's not how STUXI does it. He has an incredibly fast way of pulling off shots while still managing to add that level of ridiculousness that you expect from a freestyler. If you need to convince someone that freestyling takes skill, just go show them this guy. This is the kind of stuff that would have literally blown our minds if we had seen it when Rocket League first came out. Like many of the players on this list, I actually really think that STUXI could be an amazing player in the competitive scene, but I don't know if that's his thing or not. Number 4, Sting. Sting is actually kind of a pioneer within the freestyling community, and honestly, it's hard to deny that he's one of the most technically skilled freestylers of all time, maybe the most skilled. According to my best sources, Sting was actually the first person to do a flip reset shot, which was later popularized by people like JHZER. This shot you're watching now is honestly one of the craziest goals of all time. Though he's no longer a freestyler, Sting definitely goes down as one of the most insane freestylers to ever freestyle. Number 3, Pulse STEPSY. STEPSY is definitely one of the most technical freestylers I think I've ever seen. Like, he just makes things look so easy. Like, it's just all planned and calculated and just goes perfectly. Again, I think he's one of those freestylers that could do really well in the competitive scene, just based on his speed and accuracy. I also love the way he does the tornado spin. At least, I think that's what he's doing here. It's just like super tight, and it really shows how incredible his car control is. God, I could literally watch this all day. Number 2, Pulse MK. Remember when we said that Pulse was basically the Team 10 of Rocket League freestyling? Well, if that's true, then MK is basically Jake Paul. It's kind of sad that many people think of MK basically as the guy who passes for JHZER, when really he's one of the best freestylers in his own right. His channel actually also has some of the best montages that I've ever seen, so make sure to check that out. I'd say he's arguably one of the best in the world at hitting redirects and double touches. Like, he's just so consistent and so solid. Apart from all of that though, I think MK belongs this high in the list mainly because of his influence within the community. He founded the Pulse clan, which ultimately went on to produce some of the most creative Rocket League content available. Alright, before I reveal my pick for the best Rocket League freestyler of all time, here are a few honorable mentions. Okay, this should come as probably no surprise to most of you. My pick for the greatest Rocket League freestyler goes to JHZER, the freestyle god himself. JHZER has either pioneered or at least popularized virtually every great element of modern freestyling, while making super entertaining content. Though obviously still one of the best in terms of technical skill, I'd say it's pretty obvious that there are some who are better. I'm really not trying to take away from him at all when I say that. I've put JHZER at number 1 for a different reason. More than anything, JHZER is a content creator. He's taken freestyling beyond just these like highly edited montages or amazing shots. He's brought us along with him for the past 2 years so that we can see those moments when he doesn't make an incredible shot. There's something deeper going on when we watch someone freestyling. Deep down, we want to think that it's possible for us to someday pull off shots like this, that somewhere within us, we could maybe do this. At least that's how I feel. I think that's why I love JHZER's content so much. You get to see more than just his crazy goals. You see what actually goes into pulling off these shots, and then obviously you get to see his reactions to them. I've talked about this before, but I'll say it again. Freestyling is, in a nutshell, just having complete car control. I would say maybe even supreme car control. In the same way that you can build up the muscle memory to fly your car accurately upside down or sideways, you can also do so with a bunch of twisty turn things. It's just a matter of trying it. Now, if that's you, I've got a little suggestion for you. There's this YouTuber named Call Me Jojo. He's a really cool guy, and he's actually doing a series right now called When Noobs Try to Freestyle. So, if you're a noob and you kind of want to see the progression from what not really knowing how to freestyle is to learning some of these moves, then you should definitely check him out. He's got a really good channel. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you guys like this one. Be sure to subscribe if you like these kinds of videos. Until next time, peace out.
If you will tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again.